Hey guys, my name is Tyler Hall. I'm 26. I'm from Westbrook, Maine. Alec wanted me to take a few minutes here and explain how I would present to your audience how to start a moving company. Now, just to give you a little background on myself, I started this company in high school and did it all the way through college. I started it with $0 in my hands, my back, and a few friends. So I did it all the way through college. I paid for all my college expenses by myself. My parents make a combined $30,000 a year, so I come from absolutely nothing. After college, I applied to over 100 jobs with a 3.9 GPA. Got one job offer for $60,000 with Liberty Mutual. Now, I decided it was a big decision for me, but I decided to turn that job down and take this moving company that I started in high school to the next level. So one of the things that I would be teaching your clients how to do is how to research this industry, how to gain knowledge. I started this moving company with absolutely no knowledge of moving industry, moving company. I knew absolutely nothing about moving in general. I just saw an opportunity how to make money, and I took it. So some other things that I would be teaching your clients how to do is brand their company specific to the industry of moving. There are a few things that you can do, little tweaks that you can do in terms of your branding that will help you get ahead. That's one thing that my company was really good at, was our branding and how to differentiate ourselves from the rest of the old style industry gurus in terms of moving. Another thing is the organization, whether you want assets, no assets, whether you want your company to be labor only or labor in a truck. I could speak hours on each and every single one of those, what the pros and cons of each one are. My moving company personally was no asset, labor only when we first started, because I had $0 to start it with. So that's kind of how I started. And let's see here. Another thing that you can do is your services. So services is a big one. You can differentiate yourself with as many services as possible, and a lot of them will keep your company up, pumped full of money. Just an example of that is one-item services. We would go to someone's house for 20 minutes in between jobs for $150 to move someone's couch. So we would do like 3 or 4 of those during the day in between other jobs. Some other services you could do: labor only, labor in a truck, packing piano. I remember I put the first time I put a piano button on my website for $300. It blew my mind how many people would click the piano button. So a lot of these services are something that your clients could easily do, and it doesn't cost any money to add them to their business. So one thing that I was that I took a lot of time on was Craigslist. Craigslist was free, and I advertised only on Craigslist when I first started, and it came out to like 90% of my business came from Craigslist because I got so good at Craigslist. Craigslist is kind of like a Facebook. It's a different marketplace, and if you know how to get really good at Craigslist marketing, you can run your entire business off of it, and that's what I did. There's a bunch of little tips and tricks which you can see on here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I put a lot of tips and tricks of the trade on Craigslist on there, and which I would teach to your clients. Some other things that we were on U-Haul and Penske's websites, and we were operating on those websites. So whenever someone would go and buy a truck, they'd come to us for moving help. Some other things that I would be teaching your clients is pricing. I'd spend a lot of time on pricing. Pricing is what makes a company and what breaks a company. So I would spend a lot of time on this, and there's a lot of different aspects to it. It took me 2 years to figure out the best pricing strategy for my moving company, and I was testing so many different structures on every single job I did was different, and it took 2 years of doing so many different jobs to kind of bring it down to one that benefited everybody in the sale. And that's something I would share with your audience as to what the best strategy I found was, and that it took me so long to figure out, and why hourly kind of phased away from my company. And but yeah, I very much appreciate the opportunity that you guys have given me to talk about this company. It's something that I'm very, very passionate about. because it changed my entire life and changed my whole family's life. So I very much appreciate you guys giving me an opportunity to come talk, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.